hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Mostly sunny today. Warmer. High of 85. It's 68 and sunny. Downtown GR. Couple of ugly incidents in West Michigan this weekend. One is going around on Facebook. I haven't seen it covered by the local news yet, but apparently a guy riding a motorcycle calls a guy in a car. The man N-word. Or woman in a car, I don't know. The N-word.
Oh, I didn't see that story.
That's going around on social media. I assume there'll be a news story about that.
And then the other one is just a weird, drunken, late-night scenario. I don't know what is going on with this.
No, this one, yeah. Very weird at Tavern on the Square.
Yeah.
This is the story from WGZM.
What's your name?
That's
a cell phone.
Go ahead.
Video taken outside a Grand Rapids bar is going viral this evening. The man who shot the video, Marcel Price, says he and his friends were not allowed into Tavern on the Square because of their skin color. WZZM 13's Nina DeSaro spoke with Price and the general manager at the bar. She joins us now live from the Information Center with more. Nina?
We spoke to the general manager for Tavern on the Square. He says it's company policy to turn away guests at 1:45 a.m. because the bar closes at 2. But Price says this whole ordeal happened at 1. Price and his 3 friends went bar hopping downtown Friday night.
It was around last call, so we were like, all right, we'll stop one more place on the way home. So we stopped at Tavern.
Price says it was 1 a.m. and the bouncer at Tavern told him and his friends they couldn't come inside.
Just the way he said it, like it was just really like arrogant, like puff out his chest. I was like, oh, is it because like the dress code or is it because we're black? And he's like, it's because you're black.
That's when Price says he took out his phone and started recording.
Say this on camera. Like, I want to hear you say this on camera. Say it.
Wait, one more time?
And he was like, you need to get away from me. And he was like, no, I was like, I want to hear you say it on camera. He's like, we already got 3 black people inside.
After that, Price says the bouncer slapped the phone out of his hand.
I don't understand the joke about there already being 3 black people inside. I don't understand the joke about, yeah, it's because you're black. Like, I didn't know that's a funny or acceptable joke.
Michael Weinrich, the general manager for the bar, says company policy does not allow for patrons after 1:45 and says that was around the time Price was trying to come inside.
Somebody was not excited about being told that they couldn't enter the building, and then that was about it. That's how it escalated, and then we shut the doors.
Price says the bouncer didn't tell him the bar was closing.
If it's last call...
Joe, did you say you saw on the video he posted that it was time-stamped?
No, I did. I said it should be be easy to find this out because if he posted it right then, then, well, okay, was it 1 or was it 1:45?
Right.
It's like, say you don't want any patrons, then it's like, hey, sorry, we're closed.
Weinrich says there's a meeting at the end of each night with staff, and the bouncer on Friday night explained his side of the story.
He was being provoked by a customer that wanted to get in because it was a big deal and he knew people and this and that. So we just explained that at 1:45 for the safety of our guests and the safety of the city, we're not trying to get people in after that certain amount of time.
Price says
good luck figuring out who's telling the truth in this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because this bouncers in general deal with, drunk people all night. That has to be such a tiring job.
And at the same time, him saying, well, he had his chest puffed out and he seemed kind of arrogant. Oh, okay, that's most bouncers.
You mean, like a bouncer? And I could see it being completely plausible that he would have answered sarcastically when confronted with a drunk guy.
I would say that's his mistake if he did.
If he did, it would be a mistake that he did it. But I could also see it when somebody comes up and goes, oh, is it because I'm black? And the bouncer going, yeah, it's because you're black.
Right.
Yeah. That's why with this, you could find a reason to understand where both sides are coming from. The truth may be somewhere in the, who knows?
Yeah.
Good luck, though.
Exactly. Yeah. Who knows?
Bouncer is fired.
If this establishment can sleep well at night saying, hey, you know what? we have somebody like that working for us. He assaulted somebody, and I'm comfortable having him on my staff, and I'm comfortable with this person, like, walking through their day after being told that he can't come in because he's black and his phone slipped out of his hand. If you can sleep well at night with that on your conscience, then good for you.
Weinrich would not disclose if the bouncer in the video will face any
I wonder why that guy immediately went to, is it because I'm black? Because I've been to that bar before at various times, and, well, I don't know. I guess I don't think it's any different than anywhere in West Michigan where it's mostly white people, but I also see black people there. And I don't see it, but that's just me.
That would be a weird thing if you're standing there and it wasn't that. Yeah. And all of a sudden that's a big accusation to throw around.
It's huge. Like, why throw that out in the first place?
He's according to the story that I saw, he's known as an activist and this and that, and
so maybe he can't get in anywhere, and he immediately goes to, is it because I'm black?
He may, like, anytime he doesn't get his way, maybe he asks that question. I mean, I don't know the guy, but
or
if you're,
he felt like the guy was being racist towards him.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe he saw people walk in right
way.
before him, and then he got stopped. We don't know.
Sure.
If that's the case, then okay. But we don't have any video before that. We don't know. We don't exactly. And there might not be a timestamp. Why are they still saying he says it was 1? He says it was 1:45. I would assume that'd be easy to take care of. I didn't see the original video though.
Social media, it's always going to be a blessing or a huge pain. So it's always one. It's usually one-sided. There's one way you could look at it, and there's another way you could look at it.
Weinrich says the tavern does not discriminate against its patrons and welcomes all of its guests regardless of their race. Now, we also reached out to GRPD. They tell us police were not called out to the bar and no report has been filed. Amr.
Well, if that place does engage in any sort of behavior like that, I would think other people would come out and go, well, I had that same problem here.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I would think so.
Do that one? What do you think?
Wow,
sure.
It's a small town.
Grain of salt here. It's a Jimbo who says he's the brother of the bouncer. We have no way of verifying if that's the truth or not. Not saying you're a liar, Jimbo. I'm just pointing out the truth. We don't know if what you say is true or not. Anyway, what do you have?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I am the brother of the bouncer, but you can take it how you want. Being the racist part, he does have a black daughter. So that racist part is kind of thrown out. I don't know why they keep saying, he's racist. Yeah, was he sarcastic about the whole situation? Yeah, he was. You'd have to know him to know that. I mean, in the video it showed, when the guy says, well, say it again. He says, look, we have 3 black people there, pretty much trying to shut him up, but being sarcastic about it. But, it's not being racist. I mean, he has a black daughter. He plays black football. He's got a ton of,
Did you say he plays black football?
I think he said flag football.
Oh, flag football.
He said he played black football.
Flag football.
Flag.
Tell me it didn't sound that way.
I heard flag.
I heard black.
But I'm saying 85% of his team is black. So I mean, he has a brother that he calls that he calls his brother probably the best man at his wedding, but he's black himself.
Yeah,
so, the racist part, yeah. I mean that's totally bonk. I mean he ain't racist at all. I mean,
even
the bad thing he did was slap the phone out of his hand.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I'm sure he would say that too.
That was the big mistake. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jimbo, thank you.
Now that you heard from the bouncer himself.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Was I don't see that going on. But I mean, of course, I don't.
Well, I thought the guy that made the accusation sort of left the door open to it being a poor joke,
right?
That was taken in a bad way, or maybe was inappropriate. When he said, "Is that a joke?" Well, if you think it might be a joke, well, then maybe it was.
I don't know, man. It seems to me that you're out looking for trouble. You're looking for something. You're looking for a reason to say that, to get on your phone and start videotaping.
Well, especially
and say it again on camera.
When your go-to, is it your dress code or is it because we're black?
Well, I don't think it's either, man.
Yeah,
it's probably just closing time.
Yeah, or maybe, he may think that you've had too many already, and who knows?
Yeah, there's that too.
That does happen.
Candlebox, it's 97.9 GRD Rocks.